The CIA has been building infrastructure in Ukraine for a decade and coordinating attacks on targets in Belarus and Russia. The resonant publication in the pages of the New York Times is clearly not sensational for our team. Belarusian journalists have reported multiple times on indirect facts regarding such activities. In this case, we are interested in purely heartfelt confessions that poured out in Ukraine. The ex-leader of the SBU hurried to state that it was him who reached out to Western intelligence agencies and asked them to come to the country right after the coup d'etat on Maidan. The New York Times aired info on how our foreign partners, the CIA, MI6, i.e. the United States, Britain, worked and work in Ukraine for the security of our citizens, for our national security. What is not included in the material is what, then? Masks, and eventually abandoned the theses about entire floors with CIA agents in administrative buildings of the Ukrainian capital received practical confirmation. Since 2014, representatives of the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States have supervised the activities of the power bloc of the independent, and most importantly, independent state. A network of spy bases was formed along the Russian border on the territory of Ukraine. According to the New York Times, the American infrastructure had 12 secret facilities. By the way, Article 17 of the Constitution of Ukraine does not allow the placement of foreign military bases on its territory. However, regrettably, the primary legislation of the nation has been abused since the year 2014. And obviously there have been missing pages there for a long time. Around 2016, the CIA started training the elite Ukrainian squad commandos, known as Squad 2245, which later worked for the United States.
Then, an unorthodox decision was made to establish new units and engage solely young individuals who had no affiliation with the Soviet Union, but had a connection to the KGB organization. These were young people who studied at the Academy of Security Services of Ukraine. Decision made to graduate early with support of military youth, and on them that bet was made, preparation, training in order to create basis for trust and for future joint operations with our Western partners and services.
She helped in the training of a new generation of Ukrainian spies and saboteurs who later operated not only on the territory of Russia. In 2017 in Belarus, Colonel Pavel Sharoyko, head of the intelligence department, was arrested with red-handed while working undercover as a journalist. His curator was the first secretary of the Ukrainian embassy, Igor Skvortsov. Agents collected information in the military-political sphere. You can already list at least a dozen similar cases. Alexander Lukashenko talked about the CIA's attempt to carry out a terrorist attack with Ukrainian hands at the Machulishche airfield.
The security service of Ukraine, the leadership of the CIA, either from the side or behind, are developing an operation against the Republic. A terrorist was prepared. He is a Russian with a Russian passport, has a Ukrainian passport, was born in Kryvyi Rih, lived in Crimea. Certain family members are currently residing in Austria, while some have chosen to stay in Kiev. He was employed and brought into the Ukrainian Special Services through the process of recruitment. In 2014, an IT specialist, or someone well-versed in IT technologies, was preparing to commit terrorist acts on the territory of Belarus.
Ukraine has effectively become a branch of Western intelligence agencies, which entrust it with the dirtiest work in the region. Very convenient, especially in case of operation failure. All responsibility lies with the official Kiev, about the deformation of Ukrainian identity by Andrei Sich in screenshot.